And she's like, well, you have any problems urinating? I said, if I'm not farting, I'm pissing. There's no in between. Like, it's one or the other.
Colton, can you believe it? We're back. It's been like 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years since we've done this.
How much is the copyright for AC/DC's Back in Black?
Probably too much for us to pay.
I'll pay for 15 seconds of it. They get $15, $1. Can we get AI to like make a different version of it?
Probably, but that takes so much work, and people get mad when you use AI whenever you're a content creator now. Like people legitimately get pissed off about that stuff. It's wild.
There we go. That's how I feel about it.
Everyone, this is Bridging the Geekdoms. This is a podcast that started back in 2016, 17, something like that.
If you want to talk about the original iteration, the remote control, I think it's 2017.
Yeah. So we started way back then, and we went on for years. Little hiatuses here and there, and we dove back in big time around the pandemic. And then just a few years ago, just life got the better of everyone, and we just didn't have time or a way to do it like we were doing before. So here we are. We are back, Bridging the Geekdoms. So I'm Robert, or as I like to go by now, Slav, and with me is
your boy, Skinny Penis. Hey. Actually, fun fact, probably if this is going to be the intro, one less organ since the last time we recorded this. Yeah.
So you lost your penis?
Actually, fire is a funny thing to tell that one too. So I was going down to the OR. I lost my gallbladder. I lost it. It just fell out the other morning. I couldn't find it. Went to the doctor, tried to figure it out.
Tried to look in his other pocket. It wasn't there.
Yeah, looked on the floor, checked my other shoe. It wasn't there. So I'm going down to the OR, and I'm talking to the anesthesiologist, which I don't think he was, but he was the dude that gave it to me. So he's going to be that. And the other nurse that was there. And I look at him. I said, TV really hypes this place up. It fucking sucks. And they all started laughing at me. They're like, yeah, nothing fun happens out here. I'm like, it fucking blows. And you don't count down on anesthesia anymore. He's like, all right, oxygen mask. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I had a procedure done a number of months ago, and I just remember them putting the mask on, and they just told me, breathe. And then next thing I remember, I'm waking up. So.
Yeah, he was like, breathe. Okay, I'm putting the anesthesia in your IV. I went, okay, do you need me to count? Like, I don't even count down anymore.
And it is crazy. Like, when you go under, it's like you go under, and literally it's like that, and you're waking up.
Yeah,
like, it's wild.
Well, see, so about the wiener thing, woke up and lifted up my towel. I think I had a towel or a blanket on or something. And I looked over at the nurse who, took the breathing tube out of me. She was just there waiting for me to wake up. And I say, my stomach hurts and my wiener's still small. I came in for wiener enlargement. What happened? And she looked at me and I went, are the 4 inches still in there? I paid for them. I at least want to take them home or something. And the nurse
for 4 more.
And she just lost her mind at me. And the good spirits in the hospital.
All I wanted to do was to get up to average. That's all I wanted.
I was like, I wanted more of an outie than an innie, and they took an organ. I was like, what the hell? See, it's funny because you can laugh. It hurts me to laugh still. That is a true story. That is 100% true story.
Yeah. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah. Anyway, so the point of this podcast is not to talk about Colton's penis, but to
not talk about my erectile dysfunction,
but to talk about.
Oh God, that hurts so bad. I can't belly laugh. Damn it.
All right. So the point of this show is to not talk about Colton's penis, but to talk about all things geeky, whether it's movies, TV, video games, technology, board games, card games, whatever it may be. That is what we do here. That is why we're called Bridging the Geekdoms, because we bring all the geekdoms together into one place. So we're going to kind of dive in. I mean, it's weird because we haven't done this in so long. I have my own show that I do on a regular basis, but it still just feels weird doing this here because, for one, I don't want to just copy the way I do things with Slav's Free Talk, and two, there's history here, and it's like, do we want to do what we did before or what? But I don't. So we may get a little raunchy, we may get a little vulgar. So if you're into that kind of stuff, hey, stick around. Hopefully you follow, subscribe, like, and share this with all of your friends, aunts and uncles and grandfathers and so on and so forth.
All those really cool nurses in the OR. Shout out to them and dealing with me.
So we do have a number of things to talk about today. We got Marvel. We got a lot of Marvel, actually. A lot of Marvel news.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's some Resident Evil news. We got some Warner Brothers news, Metal Gear Solid. And then we're going to end the show where we talk about the most anticipated films of the summer. Since we are just a nut hair away from the summer, we're going to talk about that as well. I got to ask you, and I doubt you have. Have you watched any of Daredevil Born Again?
It's on my watch. See, Xfinity has been, and I will shamelessly do this. Xfinity I've not had a problem with. I work all day, so it doesn't matter to me. The fucking one time I'm off during the day, they have worked on our internet till 2 to 4 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this fucking week. So no, I have not had a chance to do anything.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
so
bullshit.
Daredevil Born Again, I did not really enjoy the first season that came out last year. First off, there was very little Daredevil in it. The story just kind of felt flat. It just wasn't great. And when you're making a show that's a continuation, semi-sequel to what was on Netflix, which the Netflix version of Daredevil was phenomenal. It was great from start to finish. It was very disappointing. So I actually waited on season 2. I kind of sat back. I was like, I'm going to let a few episodes build up and then I'm going to jump in and start watching it. Hopefully I can just kind of binge it all right away. I mean, the first season, it took me months to complete because I was just bored with it. And I would fall asleep during episodes and I'd have to go back and rewatch them and things like that. So season 2 of Born Again has been out for 4 weeks now, 5 weeks now, something like that, 3 weeks, I don't know, something like that. And this season is phenomenal, up and down. Every episode just gets better and better and better and better, from the character development to basically all we ever see is Daredevil. Like, Matt Murdock isn't Matt Murdock in this season. He is just Daredevil 24/7 essentially. Yeah, so that's cool.
He's like blind. I'm blind and I'm kicking ass.
We've got an amazing story with Kingpin. Like, oh man, this past episode 4 was just crazy. The ending of episode 4 was absolutely insane. They are truly doing something that I didn't think Disney Plus or Kevin Feige was capable of doing, and that's possibly making a Daredevil show that's better than what we got on Netflix. I'm not going to say that for definite yet, but if the last few episodes just live up to what has happened here so far, easily going to be the best season of Daredevil. So it's been great. It's awesome. I hope you go and check it out because you need to.
I'm going to watch that after. I made it 2.5, almost 3 episodes through Welcome to Derry.
So good too.
Welcome to Derry. Or no, maybe I'm on episode 4. I don't
First off, you're not wrong, because originally it was just called Welcome to Derry. It was like a month before the show came out. They're like, no, it's Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, which is dumb. It should just be Welcome to Derry. That's neither here nor there. But I'm on the part where the girl's dad went to jail and he's about to get falsely in jail. The black girl's dad.
Yeah.
I think that's episode 4. I think.
He goes to Shawshank.
Yeah. Da 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 da. I mean, that show opens up crazy though. Like,
does it not?
Dude, the end of that first episode and the beginning of that second episode, I was like, holy shit.
It is absolutely wild. That show is nuts. Like, I honestly, I had high expectations for it, but it just blew it out of the water. And there's a couple episodes that are just kind of like, it wasn't bad. It was good. I want to say it's episode,
I think there's only 8.
6, maybe 7. Oh, dude, one of the major events in the history of Pennywise, and it happens. And dude, when that whole sequence of events is just wild and heartbreaking, dude. Heartbreak. Like you can't imagine like dude, it's just I can't spoil it for you.
It's on my watch list. Nicole works tomorrow, so I'm probably going to watch it. Well, no, because I'm working on my fucking internet tomorrow, so I guess I'm going to watch it tonight.
Dude, you have mobile service, don't you? Just watch it on your phone.
We don't get it down here. We have shitty service down here, so I'm literally without Wi-Fi. I'm like caveman back here, like beating a rock against the rock. It's crazy. And it teases you too. And I'm going to go off on a tangent again. It'll come back on for 10 minutes. You're like, okay, cool. They're done. No, it's off again. Sorry, suck a dick. But I mean, Nicole watched the first episode and was like, ugh. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's a little rough. That's a little rough.
The part in the car was kind of just like, did they really just show that?
Yeah. And then like the whole movie theater scene at the end, I was like, holy hell. And then I watched the beginning of the second episode and I just looked at Nicole. I was like, you're not going to like this. You're not going to like this one at all.
This is not for you.
I was like, remember that scene at the end? Well, you see it from a different perspective in the beginning of the second episode.
Yeah. It's funny. My oldest daughter, she's been kind of like getting curious about horror films and things like that. So she'll watch some of them here and there. And I guess they decided to watch It Chapter 2. And it was like the one part where he, like right in the beginning, when he eats the one guy, like opens his mouth real wide and eats him. She couldn't do it. She's like, nope, I'm done. I can't do it.
That's not even bad.
It's not bad. I know. That's what I'm saying.
But I actually, speaking of horror movies, I don't know if this is classified as a horror movie, but you are from the 90s, so you know how Korn's music videos go.
Yeah.
Mad God. Yeah, kind of, honestly, you could play like a whole Korn soundtrack behind that whole movie and it would sound the same. But it's a really interesting, like, it was a dude's passion project for like 10 plus years, completely funded by him. It's completely claymation, complete thing. It looks like a Korn music video, and I'm not entirely sure what the story was, to be honest, but it was entertaining as hell to watch.
Well, hey, yeah. Next up, since we kind of went off track there were two trailers that dropped on day of recording. One was The Punisher. What is it? One Last Kill or Last Kill or something like that. It's a special that's going to be on May 12th on Disney Plus. Dude, this thing is rated R to the max. And this is John Bernthal as Punisher, from the Netflix series and everything like that. He was in season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, I mean, this looks fantastic.
He's out there punishing if it's a hard R.
Honestly, like the trailer just really shows it that it's going to be a very, very dark story, and he's going to be confronting his demons and things like that. It looks to be wild.
I mean, I'm down.
I'm curious, like, because they're making this like a special presentation, so it's just a one episode type of thing, and then after that, who knows if we ever get any more. I know Punisher, he's going to show up in the Spider-Man movie. He's in the next Spider-Man film, but it's interesting to me, or curious to me, to think like, what are they going to do with Frank Castle? Like, what are they going to do with this character moving forward in the MCU? Because there's only so much you can really do with Punisher, and
especially with the direction they went with the MCU. Like, I mean, what's he really going to do against Doctor Doom? Like, I mean, not being mean about it, but
no, I mean, you're not
what's
wrong.
he really going to do? Because that's the problem they kind of had with Infinity War and Endgame. Like, yeah, okay, what's like Luke Cage going to do against Thanos?
Yeah, I think Luke Cage could stand up to him a little bit. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but you know what I mean. Like,
get a couple good punches in.
Yeah, I mean, and then he'd get his spine ripped out of his ass. But whatever. Like, but speaking of Spider-Man, what direction do you think they're going to go with the new Spider-Man?
I mean, with the new Spider-Man, I think it's pretty obvious that they're going with the whole mutation aspect and angle of it, where it looks like he's going to turn into Man Spider. Whether that actually happens in the movie or not, you can kind of tell that's kind of the angle they're shooting for, pushing for there. Yeah, honestly, I still don't know exactly. Sadie Sink is in the movie. Obviously, she was one of the kids from Stranger Things. Everybody believes she's playing Jean Grey. Still up in the air on who she's playing.
Yeah.
I believe I've been told by a couple people that she is Jean Grey. Whether that is what happens or not, we'll see. But for me, I don't know, because it's crazy, because you have Punisher in there and you also have Hulk in there. So you're gonna have Hulk, you're gonna have Punisher, you're gonna have Spider-Man, and possibly Jean Grey. So it's kind
Yeah,
of what,
see,
what are they doing with this?
me personally, I don't think we really needed a fourth Spider-Man movie. Personally, I'm okay with like the Man Spider thing because I mean that's just realistic about where you could go with his story at this point. Because I mean, again, you've killed off everybody. Marvel scorched earth with villains. No one ever carries over at all.
But
Like it would,
not with the only exception of Mysterio. Everybody
yeah,
in in the Spider-Man movies have stayed alive, though. Vulture's still alive and out there.
yeah. But he's not gonna come out here and be like, oh well, no one remembers you, so let me just come out here and be a dick. But I mean, like his story kind of ran its course. I figured he'd be like kind of how the Hulk, due to the rights and everything, kind of as a background character. He doesn't have his own standalone thing, and that's kind of where I feel like this Spider-Man film is going to be. Is okay? We're going to introduce Jean Grey. This is Jean Grey featuring Spider-Man in a Spider-Man movie.
I don't know. I think there's still a lot that they can do with Spider-Man and have some fun. There's a lot of great villains that we haven't seen within the Spider-Man universe that I hope we see. Like, I would love to see Mr. Negative. Like, I think that would be
That'd be
really freaking cool to see. So things like that. Like, I think that they could do some really cool things with Spider-Man still. I still think that they should introduce Miles Morales. This whole aspect that Sony doesn't want Miles Morales in live action because they got their Spider-Verse movie going on, I think is ridiculous. I think it would actually help and boost the excitement around the Spider-Verse films if you were to bring a Miles Morales into live action in the MCU. So for me, like, I think there's a lot that you could still do. And remember, those first 3 Spider-Man movies were him basically an Avenger, essentially. We never saw Spider-Man in the MCU as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And I think that's what everybody wants to see. I think everybody wants to see Spider-Man just getting people from stealing from little shops on the corner, and every once in a while getting into a big confrontation with somebody big. But for the most part, they want to see.
Isn't it
not Iron Man Jr.?
Well, yeah, you got to strip him of the Iron Spider suit, hands down. But
well, that was done already. So
yeah, I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding.
Better be sorry.
I just lost my whole train of thought. Isn't Scorpion the big bad in this one? Is he?
He is. I mean, he's in this one, but we still don't know who the big bad is in this film. So we're kind of like, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what goes on here. We'll see.
Could it be Venom?
No.
Well, he was. I mean, wasn't he in the post-credit scene for one of them?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
The whole thing is Sony totally screwed that all up, and they announced a number of months ago that they were just going to scratch everything they had when it came to their villain Spider-Verse movies, and they're kind of scratching all that and probably going to start again.
That's so dumb. Was it the Madam Web flop that sealed that?
Madam Web, Morbius, Craven. Oh man. Dude, I don't know. Out of those 3, I don't know which is the worst, but
me and Nicole, and I have not watched a Venom movie. Me and Nicole, one or both of us have fallen asleep 10 minutes into the first Venom. I've never watched the first Venom, the second, or the third.
It is so bad. And the fact that people like it so much and it made so much money just baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. Like, I don't get it. And the second one's worse. The third one, it's actually slightly better than the first 2, but it's still really bad. So, the thing with the third one is they tease like this ultimate evil in the Marvel universe, like one of the biggest, most evil characters it's a new character named Null that just kind of came into the Marvel comics like within the last 10 years, less. And they introduce him in Venom 3, and then they're like, yeah, we're done.
That would have been, I mean, Null would have been kind of cool. I mean, I haven't read too many of the comics he's been in, but he's like pretty badass in the comics.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Still waiting on the bat who laughs, though. That's still going to be great. That would be great if they did it properly.
Another trailer we got was the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, which kind of showed off a whole bunch more of fighting and tournament action and things like that. They showed NetherRealm. They showed a whole bunch of just cool set pieces for the movie. It's a Mortal Kombat film. But I think the thing that sticks out the most, the best, the greatest to me is that they use the theme from the 90s movie in the trailer. So I heard it and I was like, I'm in. Son of a bitch, I'm in.
You take my money. My concern is going to be for, I don't watch wrestling all super often, but you do. How much of the WWE roster is going to be gone while that movie's filming?
Well, Mortal Kombat 2 is already filmed, and I don't think any wrestlers are in Mortal Kombat 2. Now, Street Fighter had, I think, 3 wrestlers.
Yeah, it was like Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and someone else, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I can't remember the cast list from that, but maybe it was a UFC fighter I'm thinking of. I know that they have multiple quote unquote professional athletes in it, in that movie. But yeah, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are definitely in Street Fighter. But yeah, it's cool that this is the year where we get Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter again, just like the 90s.
It would be cool if there was, and then in like 5 years we get the mashup where it's Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. That would actually be kind of cool if you can get a good cohesive story there.
That would sell tickets for sure.
Besides going to Japan.
All right, let's move on to the first story here. 2 characters we haven't seen since the events of a certain 2021 blockbuster are expected to return in Avengers Secret Wars, and we may have some minor details on the roles they'll play. So this is coming from comicbookmovie.com, and they say, Avengers Doomsday is shaping up to be a jam-packed movie, but even if half of what we've heard about Marvel Studios' plans for Secret Wars proves to be accurate, Doomsday roster of heroes and villains will pale in comparison to the Multiverse Saga's finale's lineup. So this is possible spoilers, people. So yeah. Anyways, from My Time to Shine, hello. Basically, they're saying that Spider-Man was originally supposed to be Spider-Man No Way Home, reportedly blah blah blah, whatever. Let's see. Okay. Reportedly Marvel Sony making plans for Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to swing back into the MCU. Previous rumors claimed that Sony originally wanted both actors in Brand New Day before Feige stepped in. Whether this is accurate or not, Maguire's Spidey is rumored to appear in Doomsday, and My Time to Shine Hello believes that they will both feature in Avengers Secret Wars. According to the Scooper, Maguire and Garfield's Parkers will be separated this time, and the latter will get to fight an alien. And that's kind of a callback to No Way Home, whenever they're all standing there talking about, I fought an alien, you fought an alien? That kind of thing. So there are obviously an infinite number of alien races that could be featured in Secret Wars, but there's already speculation that this might refer to the Venom symbiote. My Time to Shine Hello is also claiming that Sadie Sink, who is most likely playing Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day, will be the main character in Marvel's Mutant Saga. No surprise there. So we were just talking Spider-Man, obviously. I like this idea. Personally, what I hope that they do with Doomsday / Secret War, because I'm kind of looking at them. I know they're 2 separate movies, but I'm kind of looking at, it's one overarching story, kind of like Infinity War and Endgame was. I'm hoping that they give a nice send-off to those legacy characters. Your Hugh Jackmans, your Andrew Garfields, your Tobey Maguires, your Patrick Stewarts, et cetera, et cetera. Give us a send-off for them, so when that is over, done and over with, we all just feel like, okay, they all had their time to shine as a character. Now we can recast these characters, or in Spider-Man, we don't need to recast Spider-Man now, but like the Wolverines and the X-Men and stuff like that, we can recast them, move on, and just be happy. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'd like to see an ending for Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Look, I'm not a big fan of Garfield Spider-Man, but yeah, I mean, why not? Let's get a nice send-off for all of them. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. See, I was kind of hoping this wouldn't be something like this. I mean, obviously I read the show notes, but like I was thinking like, oh, Shang-Chi, he hasn't been in literally anything since his movie, even though he's probably already been confirmed, or someone that we didn't know. Like this isn't really too exciting, to be honest. It's like, okay, Tobey Maguire might get his happy ending, You know, he might finally full swing from being a depressed old middle-aged man, or not old, but depressed middle-aged man to like he finally found his like, you know, his spark in life or whatever.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield's, it's like, you're still edgy. Sorry, you came out when Twilight came out. Sorry.
That's why he looks like he does.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think when you get down to, I think it was expected to see these Spider-Men show up in some form or fashion in these next two films. But I just, like I said, I hope we get the send off that they deserve. They all deserve, all the characters that are the legacy characters from the old Fox brand or Sony brand, that kind of stuff. I just hope they give him a nice send off.
The only one send off that I particularly would like to see die, and it fits his character because he did technically die once already in film, is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Would love to watch him die, like permadeath. Can't come back.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to have that in Logan, but
yeah, fucking Deadpool.
Speaking of X-Men, Jake Schreier's, he's the director of the upcoming X-Men movie. He directed Thunderbolts, has brought aboard Beef creator Lee Sung-jin and the Bear co-showrunner Joanne Callow to write its latest draft. The trio previously collaborated on last year's Marvel team-up movie, Thunderbolts. So, look, I love Thunderbolts. I thought Thunderbolts was probably one of the better films in the last 6 years from Marvel. I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's definitely one of the better ones in the last 6 years. I'm okay with this. Look, they did a hell of a job with Thunderbolts. I want X-Men to be grounded and very earnest, like Thunderbolts was at some points. So I'm hoping that they kind of carry that over. Of course, you got to deal with the mutant gene and all that. But that's what I'm hoping for. I hope for that. So I'm all for this. Like, hey, give me all of the X-Men and great stories that these people can make. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that. They did a good job with Thunderbolts.
And then X-Men cast will apparently be revealed in July at San Diego Comic-Con. It will be the big announcement of the event. Now, I want you to kind of take back that a little bit because Mr. Jeff Snyder, who is a scooper in the pulp culture world, is stating that today he is going to reveal the cast of X-Men. Now, he may have done it already. As of recording this, he may have already revealed it. I haven't looked at it. So he's being a douchebag, revealing the cast before Marvel has a chance to, because, you got to get those scoops. You got to be the first to say what it is. Otherwise, you have no point in living life. Yeah. But that's kind of what's going on. And I think it's ridiculous. I think he's a weasel for doing that. I'm to the point where scoopers should just all go away and be banished from social media.
Yeah. I mean, but if you want to boil it down, really, there's not much to reveal. Like, what's his Channing Tatum's going to probably come back as Gambit.
No. Again, you gotta remember, most likely after Secret Wars, all of the X-Men will be brand new characters. Unless Scotty Sink is Jean Grey.
This is after the Secret Wars?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Sorry. My bad. I'll shut up.
Yeah. Now, they're planning on shooting this movie this year, actually. X-Men reboot film and Black Panther 3 are both expected to be released in 2028, which means filming for these films are probably going to start near the end of this year, early next year. So it makes sense that they would have their cast or pretty much be ready to showcase their cast, especially if they're going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars, to kind of be that little segue over to the new MCU at the end. But again, I just think it's pathetic that they're not going to, Jeff Snyder's not going to let Marvel have their moment.
It's not doing anything. You're just being a dick to be a dick.
Yeah,
honestly,
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, you're spoiling a film that's 2 years away from release, minimally. Oh man, put your dick back in your pants. Share some pussy for the rest of us. Make sure when you go home and get all those scalped Pokemon cards and you open them, you jerk off real slow onto Pikachu.
Man. Oh man.
When I grow up, I want to be that cool.
But let us know in the comments what you think. What do you think about all this X-Men news? Do you think that we're going to get the cast at San Diego Comic-Con? Do you think it's going to start filming later this year? Is it going to be released in 2028? Do you think it's going to be a brand new cast of a bunch of nobodies that we've ever heard or seen before in comic book films? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. A Jurassic World Rebirth sequel in the works. And not just in the works, they're saying that it's going to begin filming this fall.
Okay. I like the Jurassic Park / World movies. I like dinosaurs. I have that kind of tism. But do we really need a fourth one?
No.
No. You might as well just start okay, we've broken out of the park 12,000 times. Why are we still making new ones? Why do we think this is a good idea? We need to quit doing this.
It really isn't a good idea. The last one was so bad. It was so bad. And the ones before that were not good. Like the first Jurassic World, that first one with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, that first one was good. Then the next two were terrible. This last one was terrible. I don't get it. I don't get what everybody's it's just not good.
It's a guaranteed, well, we'll at least make money on it. We don't really care. That's honestly because it
is. I mean, you're right.
You're just rehashing the same story over and over and over and over again. It's like, cool. Instead of Chris Pratt, we have Scarlett Johansson. Cool.
Cool.
That's it though.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong
at all. But anyway, we were talking about the one that you flipped over to when I was talking on my ass about X-Men. What are they going to do with Black Panther 3?
Oh, well, who knows what they're going to do with Black Panther 3. The rumor is that they're going to recast T'Challa after Secret Wars and have a new T'Challa. So you have an accurate portrayal of Black Panther.
Yeah, because I get you can't control when actors die. I get that. But I watched the first Black Panther. It was cool. Didn't really see the second one because I was like, it kind of seemed like that whole thing had to be rewritten on the fly.
Dude, it was not completely good. It was not good.
And I'm like, okay, you can kind of rehash and make the third film the second film, but I don't follow Black Panther closely enough to even tell what you can make from that.
Yeah, well, people just, oh yeah, it looks like Jeff Snyder has revealed 2 names for characters for the X-Men, like a douche canoe. Like a douche canoe.
Sadie Sink. Jean Grey.
No, I didn't say that. Shockingly. That is something that he would probably do. All right, anyway.
Like you said, though, that's the only one that's probably a safe bet that's going to stay the same.
Probably, yeah. I knew that Zach Kreger was going to be doing another Resident Evil movie. Was going to do a Resident Evil movie, that is. And I thought it was going to be for Netflix, but I guess I'm wrong. It's for Sony. Anyways, I didn't know we were this close to that. Now, if you don't know who Zach Kreger is the director of Barbarian and the latest this past year's massive hit, which I don't know why, Weapons. So, did you see Weapons? It's kind of up your alley.
No,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked you didn't see Weapons because that is definitely your kind of movie that you would watch and probably enjoy. I thought it was horrendous. I thought it was just terrible. I'm not going to say there weren't good performances in it, but the movie was stupid. It was.
It's a dumb turn your brain off movie.
No, well, they try to make it out like it's not like that, but it 100% is.
Ooh, it'd be annoying.
Yeah. So. Zach Kreger is directing and wrote a Resident Evil movie. Again, I swear that we just got told like 3 months ago this was happening. So I was like, oh, we're a couple years away. Well, according to reports, we're going to get a trailer for it as soon as next week. This movie's due to come out this year. Which, whoa. So this movie's coming out later this year, this fall. Look, I'm a sucker for a good zombie film. And those old Resident Evil films with Mila Jovovich in them just weren't it. The first one, when the first one and second one came out, they were a product of their time. They were a product of the early 2000s and just
Just edgy, really bad 3D.
Yeah, just bad in so many different ways. And okay, after that, they just started to get really, really ridiculous. Although they had some great music in it, like Perfect Circle and stuff like that was great. But for the most part, the movies were bad. And then Netflix picked up the rights and they made a couple of different iterations of Resident Evil. One was a television series about like two girls in Raccoon City, and it was not good. It was boring. It was not good. The movie, which I believe was a remake of the first game, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't watch because I was just kind of like,
wasn't it animated?
No, I think they also made an animated one.
Yeah, they made it. I know. I remember an animated one, but I don't remember a live action.
We got the Google machine here. Why don't we just look?
Yeah, we have Netflix. The whole world at our fingertips, and we just refuse to use it. Now, see, if this really is fast tracked, and I mean, I know nothing about this outside of this. If it really was announced 3 months ago, it would only make sense if they're remaking the 7th game as a movie.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really knows what they're doing if they're starting fresh and new, because I think they should. This was it here. Oh, it's a TV series. No, that was the TV series. That was the TV series I watched, which was really bad. I swear they made a movie too. I swear it was a movie they made also.
I remember not a live action, a animated movie, but I don't remember a live action.
Maybe it was just animated. Maybe I'm just
No,
Infinite Darkness. Infinite Darkness. Is that what it was?
I don't know. I just remember animated. It.
Came out in 2021, 4 episodes. It was an animated thing. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I don't know. Regardless, it hasn't been good. It hasn't been given a chance. So while I did not like what Zach Cregger did with Weapons, again, I didn't think that movie was good. I'm hoping that he does well with Resident Evil, because I'd like to see this IP done justice on the big screen in some form or fashion.
Yeah. See, now I'm hoping that if this does well, we get good Silent Hill movies.
Please, dude, that first Silent Hill movie that came out like 25 years ago was good. That was good.
It just went straight to shit.
Well, they waited 20 years to make the sequel, and then after that one, they were like, "Here, let's make another one really quick." But this new one isn't a sequel to the last one; it's a sequel to the first one. And
yeah, it got the Michael Myers treatment.
Yeah, it was just like, why?
But like, if this does good, I have real good hopes for a good Silent Hill movie, and if we're good, Fatal Frame.
Could you imagine?
Really good. If you could do it right, that'd be a really good movie, though.
It probably would work out really well if they did it right. But again, that's with everything. If they do it right, it's going to be fine. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
You know, I mean, come on, Fatal Frame would be fantastic.
You're not wrong.
I would have to.
Let us know in the comments what you think about Resident Evil by Zach Cregger. Are you excited about it? Do you think he was a good choice? Did you like Weapons? I thought Weapons was terrible. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Oh, hey, look, it's Bloomberg.
Do that. Not that one, though. It's a different Bloomberg. So, Colton, I don't know if you're aware, but Warner Brothers is currently in the process of being bought by Paramount, Skydance Paramount. And, well, the shareholders of Warner Brothers are set to most likely approve the company's sale on an April 23rd special meeting. That really kind of looks up that for the whole thing, because there's a lot of people who think that this isn't going to happen. Either the shareholders are going to say no, we don't want it, or the government's going to step in and stop them. Regulators are going to stop it. But this is the first step in the right direction. If the shareholders vote that hey, yes, we want this, then it's going to just have to keep moving through all the hoops of possibly getting stopped by the political agenda of the United States, or possibly by regulators around the world. Now, Paramount seems to believe that they can get this all wrapped up by like August, September, the latest, something like that. So that's kind of what they're shooting for, is to get it all wrapped up and done by then. That would be really, really, really fast, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look, I'm one of the ones that think, because there was two options, essentially. It was either Netflix or Paramount. Netflix was not my first choice originally. Then when Netflix initially won the bid, I was kind of like, okay, let's really look at this and see what this would mean. And I didn't hate it. I didn't hate Netflix possibly getting Warner Brothers. I was always a fan of Paramount getting it because I believe that Paramount has this goal in being great. Whether they're able to execute that or not under David Ellison is to be seen. But for me, I kind of felt like, okay, if it goes to Paramount, hey, I think we might see some good things, because a lot of the stuff that Warner Brothers has, Paramount doesn't have. And that was similar with Netflix, but we're definitely going to see job loss. We're going to see because of redundancies and things like that. But I honestly think that the Paramount deal is going to go through. Whether it happens in the time frame that David Ellison for Paramount thinks, that's to be seen. But I do believe it's going to go through. And a lot of people always talk about what's going to happen with DC at that point. Like, what happens with DC when this goes through, or if it goes through. And I think people need to just relax and understand there's nothing that's going to happen immediately. They're going to come in and they're going to take a look at everything. And honestly, with the next few films and projects that DC Studios makes are hits, why would they make any changes? Why would they kick James Gunn and Peter Safran out if they're making hits, if they're making money, if they're doing something that the audience enjoys? So I think when you sit back, it's kind of, people want to make a big deal out of things that aren't really there. Very similar to what happened when Discovery took over Warner Brothers, when everybody thought, oh, Discovery's coming in, they're going to bring Zack Snyder back and restore the Snyderverse. We went through this dance before, and now they're just doing it again. And I just think it's ridiculous, honestly. I do.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, nothing's going to change for at least like 3 or 4 years. Realistically, no, you're right. Yeah. Everything's status quo until then.
Yeah.
I had a nice little banner ad. Woo.
Yeah. Yay. Money. I have a book coming out called The Snyder Effect. And it is the story of the DCEU from its conception to its demise. It covers pretty much all that you could think of that happened in there. Now, I do want to make sure people understand, look, I'm going to miss things. I'm not perfect. I reached out to Warner Brothers. They never got back to me for any kind of comment, anything like that. But honestly, I did my due diligence. I wrote this book. It's called The Snyder Effect. And the reason why it's called The Snyder Effect is not to be like harping on Zack Snyder or Zack Snyder's fan base, but he was the catalyst. He is the reason that the DCEU kind of existed and why things fell and happened the way they did. Whether for good or for bad, that's what happened. And that's what this book kind of covers. It's kind of like, hey, this is what happened. Use your own intelligence, your mind, and say, oh, okay, this happened because Zack Snyder. This happened because of Warner Brothers. This happened because of fans. This happened because of this. Like, you can make your own decision based on reading this book on what actually happened to the DCEU. Like, how did it just go from being with all this, having all this potential, to making $200 million a movie for the last 4 movies and having some of the biggest laughing stock films that there have ever been. So that's kind of what this is. It is now available digitally on Amazon, and you can buy the physical copies starting April 13th, just a few days from today. So make sure you grab a copy of that when you can.
Grab 5.
50.
75.
Aunts, uncles, grandfathers.
Give it to the really cool OR nurses.
This is one that I think we can both get excited about. Metal Gear Solid movie is in the works from Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein. So I don't even know who these guys are.
This is going to be really easy for them because most of the games are just cutscenes. So just right there, live action cutscenes. There you go. Movie's made.
I remember
Snake just rolls around in a box for a couple minutes in between.
I think it was like maybe 15 years ago, maybe more. There was rumor that Kiefer Sutherland of 24 fame was going to play Solid Snake in a movie. I would have been all for that. Now, who knows who they would get? I know that they've had other names pop up in a possible Metal Gear movie. First off, I have to question, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to copy a game, or are they going to make its own new story, or maybe some history of the games? It's kind of like Metal Gear before Metal Gear Solid. That whole thing. I mean, I know that there was a Metal Gear game, but even before that,
but that story's so convoluted. That's a hard place to pick up and be like, yeah, we're gonna make a sequel, but it's getting Kingdom Hearts treatment where like we're gonna be at 2, and then we're gonna release 3 movies that happen between like nothing in the first movie, and then this one happens during the first movie, but also kind of a little bit after it, and then we're gonna catch up to 2. Maybe there might be a little bit before that. Sorry.
and while you're doing it, you get to run around naked in boxes. So there you go.
Like, but see, that's the easy part. What, like, if they are going to follow the games, especially the modern ones, the work's cut out for you. Just shoot shot for shot with the cutscenes, because 45 minutes of gameplay and 38 hours of it's cutscene. So
I just hope, like, I trust that they're going to do well with it. I do. My whole thing is, remember when, like, I go back to the early 2000s when they did that Doom film, and they're like, how can we make this Doom? And they're like, well, let's not follow this story at all, guys. Let's not make it like the Doom story. You know what's going to make it Doom? Where for like 30 seconds in the movie, we're going to have a first person view of the main character shooting aliens.
Demons.
They were aliens in that, weren't they? I can't remember.
I think they were. Well, I mean, canonically demons.
Yeah, canonically demons. But and they were like, that's the only connective tissue to Doom that we'll have. Is we'll have that. And it was kind of like movies tried doing that, like even the Assassin's Creed movie, which came out like 10 years ago or so, was like,
dumb.
You know what makes this Assassin's Creed? Him jumping off of high places.
Yeah, he hits a viewpoint, he sinks up for 15 seconds, and he just jumps. It's crazy. So because I'm literally at the end of my playthrough for Assassin's Creed Odyssey when you bring that up. Good game, fantastic game, but
I have to, I just gotta say, like, hopefully they get it right. Hopefully they get the right actor, because this is the kind of actor that you have to get for that role. That is, like, he's got to be very stoic and very, like, he could almost do the whole movie without saying 2 words. Like that's how he's got to be. So I definitely hope that they do well with this. I'm excited to see what they do. Who knows how far away they are from even green lighting it. It says in the works, but that could just mean, hey, we got a couple scripts being passed around to see if we can even make this happen. And that could be where it ends. Who knows?
It is crazy since, the fall of Marvel and superhero movies, they don't do well anymore. We're getting video game movies, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not Marvel, Super Mario and Super Mario Galaxy.
Well,
not Galaxy. It's not Galaxy, but it's Galaxy.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Yeah. We were going to see it actually today, and Nicole had a dentist appointment. So
that son of a bitch.
I'm also off all next week, so that's on the agenda for next week.
We're going to talk about the big movies of summer 2026.
Yay!
Are there any specific that you're looking forward to?
I as a young little penis myself, when I was little, I wanted to be on Jackass. Still do. Don't think my body could do that anymore. Ripe old age of 30. Oh, that's right. Hey, I turned 30 this past in between episodes.
You did.
Yeah, hey.
Well, you turned a lot of ages between episodes.
Yeah, well, technically, but since the last one we recorded, I turned 30. What, Jackass? What was Supergirl? I was looking forward to. It comes out in June. I can see it, and I cannot think of the name of it. I'll know it when I see it.
Masters of the Universe.
Yes,
scary movie.
Scary movie. Yeah, 6, 7, 8,
6.
9, 10, whatever they're on now.
So May is not very filled up. I mean, it like the early May doesn't have much. It's got The Devil Wears Prada 2, which a lot of people are looking forward to, especially all the ladies in the world.
Nicole has one. Well, I guess this isn't technically, but me and Tuscany or whatever it's called. It was up on top there on one of the banners of which one you're seeing this weekend. I'm pointing to the screen like you could see it. I keep going up. Yeah, you, me, and Tuscany right there. Coming soon. Will you see? Scroll down a little bit. It's right behind the banner ad. Right there. You, me, and Tuscany.
I don't see that at all.
Okay, you're on Animal Farm. Go over, down a little bit.
Oh, right there.
Yeah. Nicole wants to see that one. I was looking at that. Is Animal Farm like a PG rated version of the book Animal Farm?
Satirical allegory of revolution and power. Animal Farm traces how a movement of equality is
Holy shit, it is
corrupted as the pigs consolidate control. Truth is erased. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Seth Rogen, Steve Buscemi, Glenn Close.
They're gonna make that such a joke. That's such
Woody Harrelson.
That's a banned book, kids. Can't read that in schools no more.
Let's see. But Mortal Kombat is the only other one in the early month. Mortal Kombat 2, early month of May. This Punisher is a Disney Plus thing. As we get further into May, there isn't much until the 22nd with The Mandalorian and Grogu.
And I mean, I hope it does good, but I don't think it's going to do well.
I don't either. First off, like the season 3 was so bad, and it was how many years ago now? I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
It's been a while now,
and I think people are just over the Baby Yoda stuff. Like I just think that they misplayed their hand with the Mandalorian. When at the end of season 2, when Grogu went with Luke Skywalker, spoiler,
damn, spoiler.
It should have ended there. At least with Baby Yoda, with the Grogu character, they could have continued with the Mandalorian if they wanted to. But remember, the initial plan for the whole Mandalorian show was going to be chapters where they would follow different types of Mandalorians, different characters. They were going to have the Book of Boba Fett was supposed to be a chapter verse within the Mandalorian saga, and then the season 3 was basically Bo-Katan. It's just kind of like they lost their way.
Not even to mention the Book of Boba Fett is basically the Mandalorian season 2.5.
Exactly. It really did become that. It really did become that.
Oh, Backrooms. That's one I was looking forward to. It's probably going to be a really bad movie, but
horror film.
Yeah. But I'm
sci-fi, it says.
Creepypastas, I'm glad are finally getting some show there.
Yeah, maybe.
There's some good ones. I'll die on that hill, damn it.
Let's see. Then we jump into June, where we get Masters of the Universe on June 5th, which, look, I've never been a huge Master of the Universe fan, but this one looks all right. Like, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
By the power of Grey. Ow.
Scary Movie 6 also comes out the same day. I'm more interested in that than Masters of the Universe personally. I love a good comedy and things like that. And at least the first 2 scary movies, maybe the first 3 scary movies were good to a certain point. After that, they kind of just
5 was real bad.
So
real bad.
But I mean, let's give it a shot. Maybe they can bring back some fun. Disclosure Day. This is Steven Spielberg's new one that's about aliens. All about it, guys. Let's go.
Aliens.
Let's go.
Leviticus, Friday, I was reading into, looked good.
But it's LGBTQIA plus.
Yeah, but look at the lady's name, Mia Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. Let's see. Then we got Girls Like Girl. Now, Toy Story 5. There it is.
That did 4 didn't need to exist. We don't need a fucking 5th one. It should have ended it. Honestly, should have ended at 2.
Should have ended at 1.
But
I don't like any of them after 1. Like, honestly, like 2, I can stomach 2.
Yeah, I can. But 1, great. 2, okay. 3, 4. Why do you exist? 5, get out of here.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever. Okay.
Meanwhile, here I am hyped up for Jackass 5, and that shouldn't even existed past 1 either.
This has got to be their last one, though, right? Like, come on.
100% with the original crew, that has to be the last one.
It has to be. Like, Johnny Knoxville's almost died like 47 times. So
literally, like that. And he's like white now. He's too old.
Yeah, he is really old now. Then we get Supergirl, which is exciting. I think, the continuation of the DCU. Let's go. All about that.
Me and you were going to be in 2 totally different lines on that day. 2 totally different lines.
No, I'll go see Jack. I'll probably see both in one day. I'll take the kids to go see them both.
Ooh.
Minions
Oh,
and Monsters
okay.
on July 1st.
I'm a slut for Minion movies. I'll watch it.
I never liked a single one.
I
Not
see.
even not a
I think they're
single one.
stupid funny. So
Not a single one. Let's see. Moana live action comes out July
Yeah.
10th.
I didn't care for the animated one.
Neither did I. And this one looks really bad. This live action. It was just
Oh,
The Rock was like, I need money, and they're like,
Literally.
okay, do it.
Like, we don't care that you lost all your muscle mass, like at all.
Let's see, July 17th, The
Ooh,
Odyssey by
that looks
Christopher Nolan. It is the mythic action epic that follows Odysseus' journey home after the Trojan War. Dude, the cast is insane. This is just a few of them, but you got Zendaya, John Bernthal, Tom Holland, Hamish Patel, Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson.
That's
so many people in that movie. It's crazy.
I'll be pre-ordering my ticket for that. I don't care.
Then July 24th, as of now, Evil Dead Burn is supposed to come out.
That's not That's not going to come out on July 24th.
Now, I don't think it will either, but I did some research. Everything seems to be like it was filmed. It's good. So whether it comes out then or not, I don't know. But here's the thing. When they did that quote unquote remake, sequel-ish Evil Dead in, what was that, like 2012, 2013,
yeah,
something like that.
It was something around there.
It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then a couple years ago, they did one called, what was it? Evil Dead Rise, I think is what it was.
Yeah, something like Evil Dead. Yeah, Evil Dead Rise.
And where they were like stuck in the apartment building or stuck in the apartment. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't great. The thing is all of these Evil Dead movies, even the original ones that Sam Raimi wrote and directed, they all connect.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm kind of like, I got to keep watching them. I've seen all of them. I've watched Ash vs. Evil Dead on TV. Like I gotta watch it. Like I gotta watch.
Yeah, you're just committed to see how it's just going to connect at this point.
Like at this point, I got to, right? Like I just have to. So I'm all for it. I hope it comes out then because what the heck, I got to check it out. Then July 31st, Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out. That's going to be, again, another big one. Here's a crazy thing to think, okay? Tom Holland and Zendaya could very easily be the first two actors who are in billion-dollar films that come out in the same month, $2 billion films that come out in the same month.
Yeah.
Because Zendaya and Tom Holland are in The Odyssey, and we know that Spider-Man's going to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
So if The Odyssey makes $1 billion, that's two movies in the same month that these two actors, that's wild.
Yeah. I mean, I really hope The Odyssey does well because then we can get, the Iliad.
Yeah. I mean, that's something Christopher Nolan would do. I think he'd continue and finish off the story for sure. We jump into August at this point.
That's definitely not a cash grab. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Masama or whatever.
Miasma.
That's definitely not a cash grab or one super corny movie.
Super Troopers 3. Looking forward to that. Even though the second one was not good, I will always give that cast and crew the chance to make me laugh because
it's a good cast.
I mean, the cast is great. I mean, you get the great, your Kevin Heffernan, your Steve Lemmy, your Jay Chadwick Ascar, and all those guys. Like you get the what do they call it? What's that company called? I can't remember. But I mean, you get them because they also did that Tacoma FD show, which was hilarious as well. So they're all funny. They're great. They've done Beer Fest is one of my all-time favorite comedies.
Beer Fest is a great movie.
So.
Oh, come on.
Paw Patrol
movie of the summer right there. I'm calling it. $5 million.
Dude, Snoop Dogg's in it. We got to watch it.
Of course. You want to pre-order now? Do you want to go the 15th? We can go to the 15th.
We're going to make them have a midnight show just for us.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going August 10th.
This one, Insidious, The Bleeding World. I don't know if that's even coming out or not. I thought they ended that series.
But that series ended.
Yeah,
Wow,
I don't
there's
know.
no story left to tell.
They are doing a remake of Cliffhanger, which I think is interesting. But we'll see. Coyote vs. Acme has some great history behind it because this movie was made a number of years ago, and then when Discovery took over Warner Brothers, they were like, "Yeah, screw that, throw that in the vault. We're not going to release it. It's not good enough to release." And they kind of shopped it around to a few studios. No studios wanted it. Finally, a studio picked it up, and they are releasing it this August finally. So let's see how bad it actually is.
That's gonna be a fun movie.
But yeah, John Cena's in it. So
Hopefully
and
we
James
can
Gunn
see him.
apparently.
Hopefully we can see Cena. That'd be cool.
We've never seen him before.
No, hopefully,
yeah,
hopefully an AA happens in the movie. That's all I want.
So out of all those films, what is the one that you're looking forward to the most?
Probably the Odyssey, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a slut for Greek mythology.
I honestly, like, I sit here and I don't really know what my number one movie of the summer is. Like, there's so many good ones that I want to see. Yeah, I want to see Odyssey. But I think Disclosure Day right now is my number one. I want to say Disclosure Day with Supergirl, at the top 3, Spider-Man. That probably rounds out my top 3. Disclosure Day, Supergirl, Spider-Man. After that, I would probably put in Odyssey. But yeah, I mean, I just, there's so many good movies that I want to see, and it's crazy because you're looking at, there's one I forgot. Jack Ryan Ghost War comes out in May as well. And I'm a slut for the Jack Ryan stuff. Like,
yeah,
it's not even funny. Like, the Tom Clancy stories that we've seen, through like whether it was like Clear Present Danger or whatever over the years, Patriot Games with Harrison Ford, Sum of All Fears with Ben Affleck. I love those films. Growing up when I was a kid, I would watch them and I would just be so enthralled and just like, wow, this is amazing. So whenever John Krasinski and Amazon made a Jack Ryan TV show on Amazon, I was like, I gotta watch it. So I think it was like 4 seasons maybe. Fantastic show, top to bottom. And then they were like, hey, we're making a movie. I was like, oh shit, let's go. Yeah, so that comes out as well. So I'm looking forward to that. May 20th that comes out.
I'm kind of interested in the back rooms. I'll say the Odyssey, back rooms. And then Jackass 5, but that's because I grew up watching Jackass. That's, I'm a slut for that stuff.
You're a slut. You're a slut.
But I mean, I hope the Odyssey's done well. Because the Odyssey is a fantastic book. Kids, read that book.
I mean, it's Christopher Nolan. I can't imagine it won't be done well. I'm just, the only thing I worry about Christopher Nolan is sometimes he goes a little overboard with things. So,
well, I mean, the Odyssey is just a bunch of exaggerations. That's the best thing to do. It really is. Greek mythology.
I think they showed this to on special previews, but I really want to see the Trojan horse. Like, I want to see that. Just like Christopher Nolan's take on that whole scene and scenario. Like, I want to see that.
It's just a giant, like, massive horse that's made of other horses. Oh, that belly laugh hurt.
Oh man. Well, this has been a show. This was fun. I like this.
Hey, it's the return of the Mac. Return of the Mac.
Dude, that's like the 5th time I've that song has been referenced for me in the last week. Like, this is ridiculous.
Hey, it's because it's a good song. Return of the Mac.
Make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, everyone. Follow us on your podcatching apps of choice, whether it's Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever it is. Follow us on those. Give us a 5-star rating. Why not? What's stopping you?
Give us a like. And give us a subscribe. I'll show up at your doorstep with a tire iron. Can't stand up straight, but I'll still fuck you up. Give us a 5-star review.
Just kick him in the belly button. You'll be fine.
No, don't even, man. Don't even. I ran into the counter this morning and I wanted to cry.
Is that like where they pulled the gallbladder out? Did they like open up your belly button? Like,
no. So I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to stand up. I'm going to hold my mic as well. So I have an incision here, and somewhere over here. So I'm guessing they put the hose there to pump me full of air on my belly button.
Mm-hmm.
There was a camera over here. The scalpel or scissors went there, and the little baggie they scoop your gallbladder out went through there.
Okay. Interesting. Did you get to keep it?
No, I'm so fucking disappointed. And don't think my follow-up's on the 21st. I'm bringing that up.
Like, hey, I expected to have it in a Ziploc baggie, but no.
Yeah, I was going to put it right here on the wall to slap it before I podcast, like football players slap the school's slogan or whatever. Like, oh, yeah, there's all the organ that's not in me anymore. But they didn't tell me anything about it. I wonder if it was like, I know there was a polyp on it, but I don't know if I had gallstones or whatever. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, well, who knows?
But, you know, follow up, look forward in 2 weeks and you'll know about my gallbladder.
Ooh. And if you guys want to hear more from me specifically, head to Slav's Free Talk on YouTube. There we go. Or your podcatching apps. You can find my podcast there, my YouTube channel there, where I talk all things DC. That's right. I talk all DC all the time. Not really all the time, but I do talk a lot of DC there.
And buy that fucking book.
Yeah, buy that book. Or else.
You can buy it digitally now, or in 4 days of recording, you can buy it physically.
Question for you.
Answer,
where can people find you?
Let's see. Xbox, any gaming thing you do, White Ruby 53. I've been playing Assassin's Creed. I am. Huh? Oh, no, I said ass in. Yeah, I'm looking for people to help me play some of the Rockstar games before they shut down all those servers for GTA 6. So add me at White Ruby 53. Facebook. If you can find me, I'll give you I'll send you $5 if you can find me on Facebook, because it's not my real name. No, it is my real name, but it's not the name you would think. And I don't think anybody really knows what name that is. Other than that, I don't really do anything.
Interesting. Well,
come out and find me on my mail route in a couple weeks.
Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, guys. Well, with all that said, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. And you'll get more from us in Bridging the Geekdoms in the coming weeks. So with all that said, guys,
yeah,
we'll check
we're coming in a week.